Hey Bible lovers, got another cool edition to show you guys today. This is, as you can see from the spine, the Psalms from Crossway, and it's in a top grain leather, which is it's Chinese bound. It's probably a cowhide material. Most of their top grain material is really nice. Feels like a calfskin almost, not quite a cowhide. But it's just really nice. Really nice. Well, first to start with, it comes in this clamshell box. And I'll show you the ISBN. This retails, it says $49.99, but on Christian Book, I believe it is $60. I believe that if you're buying them new now, the retail is $60. But on Christian Book, they're on sale for $35, and sometimes you'll catch them on a better sale than that. And you can see on the side top grain leather, ESV, the Psalms. And this thing sometimes is tricky to get open, but you can see how it's a nice clamshell. So and this is a used copy, so there's a name on the presentation page. I'll try to skip over that just to maintain privacy for people, but if you want to pause this, you can check out all the information. That's an actual size of the 11-point font for the interior. So anyway, you can check that out if you'd like. But it's a nice box, really nice box for storing and stacking Bibles. Just remember to stack your Bibles. Don't store them like this. Store them like that, just to keep the pressure off that spine. It keeps them in good condition. Anyway, so I'll move that out of the way. And just to kind of go through the cover, it's an edge-lined fold-over style, which is what Crossway usually always does with their top grain leather. So, it has a little peeling, but like I said, this is a used edition, and I can fix that no problem. I'm actually going to change the ribbon on this. It comes with one ribbon, one black ribbon, and I'm going to put probably two ribbons, maybe a black and a gold. Not really sure what I'm going to do. But it has some raised ribs, which are really nice. They don't have as much definition around them as like the Omega does, but it's more similar to the large print ultra thin and top grain. It's a similar spine. They're bound by the same place in China. The stamping's nice. It's not real deep, but it's a nice gold. But you can see the ESV emblem and the English Standard Version Crossway. I just think it's really attractive. The Psalms, it just looks good. Looks good. So when we open it up, you can take a look at the liner. It's a nice leather liner, and it's edge lined for just a much better lifespan. The longevity is much better with a non-edge lined. Then this is your point of weakness, where in an edge line, this is actually your point of strength. So it's really nice. I wish that they had done a little longer end sheet to cover all the way back to this section. It kind of leaves a little area blank, which I don't think is super attractive, but it still looks pretty good. Corner work's pretty nice. Every now and then you'll see a little shoddy corner, but for the most part, they're pretty nice and neat. So when we open it up, there is a couple of white pages, and you can see the sewing. It's the sewn binding. I'm going to try to skip there's a presentation page. I'm just going to skip it. It just is your typical presentation page. You can tell these starter pages are a different color white than the cream color of the text pages. So you can see the Psalms in red. It's really attractive. Really nice red. And as we open it up, you have an introductory bit. You have your publication page where you can see it's printed in 2014. And by Donnelly in China. And there's your title stuff. This is the 2011 text edition. And it's just really cool, really cool. About the ESV, you've got some references in there. And then it starts Psalm 1. And it's really, really cool. But this is a 11-point text. You've got tons of room if you want to make little notes. I mean, we're talking 150 Psalms packed in 400 pages. So you have a whole lot of room. It's really easy to read. A lot of room to make notes. And it's just a really nice reading experience. I've had it for a day now and really enjoying just the ease of the reading. And I put the ribbon marker at a spot where you can see really easily the sewing. You can see here, if you're ever wondering if your edition's sewn, if you find the center of one of the signatures, you'll see the sewing strands, the cords. So that's the that just shows you that it's sewn. But you can also see on the bottom where they're divided into folds. Those are the different booklets, the different signatures, in other words, of the edition. So, and it lays out, I mean, that's about as flat as it's going to lay because the paper is so thick. It's just a really thick paper that it's not going to want to fall down on itself like Bible paper would. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to open flat, but being that it's a edge-line Bible or edge-line edition, it's going to lay pretty flat compared to a glued binding with a paste down. I mean, it'll just want to shut on itself. So this one won't do that. You might have to work with it a little bit, but it'll hold itself open pretty decent. So I've told you it's sewn binding. You have one ribbon and 11-point font. There's just a lot to this thing as far as the appeal of it. When you're holding it, it's a 7. Let me close it back. Oops, bumped that page. Anyway, it's a 7 by 5 edition, about 1 inch thick, maybe just about 1 inch thick. It's about as thick as the thin lines. So that's about the size. If you want a size comparison, this is a PSQ, personal size quintil from Skylar. They're about the same thickness. Maybe it's a little thinner, or it's a little less wide, let me put it that way. And it's about 1 inch shorter, maybe a 1/2 inch shorter than the PSQ. But when you're talking, this is actually edge lined, and it's a leather liner, where this calfskin PSQ is a paste down. It just wants to shut on itself, where this one just wants to stay open. So there's a big difference between paste down and non. So anyway, when I hold it, a lot of these top grain editions just fold over on themselves. But being that this one has got such thick paper and that cover is just right, it's perfect for holding with one hand or just, I mean, it's just a great holding little edition to read. More of a, just read whatever psalm you want to read. It's just great. I really am pleased with it and look forward to really using it more in the future. Granted, like I said, it doesn't have any gilded edges, which I wish it had some gilded edges, because over time those will get dinged and stained if you actually use it. Like I said, I got some coffee right here. It won't take but one little mistake and I got some brown spots on it. So anybody that's ever spilled any coffee on their Bible will know, that gilding actually protects the coloring and whatnot. So anyway, that's really about it with this edition. It's like I said, I'm going to do a ribbon change on it. I might actually do a video of that ribbon change. It's pretty straightforward and easy to do. But again, you got a box and a really nice edition to use and enjoy for years. It'll last a long time. So anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching, and God bless, and really appreciate it.